Hello, David Cluning again from Victory Finance Group, and a big Happy New Year to all my valued clients. I hope you all had a great break and found time to rest with family and friends as I did down in my home state of Melbourne. Well, 2022 is now here and it presents with us challenges and opportunities. So let's talk about the challenges that it currently faces in the marketplace and where we're at the moment. We have a thing called COVID. I'm probably sick of hearing that word. It feels like we're in a Clayton's lockdown at the moment. While the governments haven't placed any formal lockdowns, there's a real feeling out there that people are staying home. They're probably not going out and dining out as much as they had been previously as we work through this Omicron strain and hopefully get through the next phase of dealing with the pandemic. And of course, the children going back to school next week, and a big hello and support to all the parents out there. The other challenge that we have now is the rising interest rates in the market. So towards the end of last year, most of the lenders, particularly the big four banks, did increase their rates on the fixed rate loans. And in fact, a number of the two big lenders had two of the four big lenders actually increased their rates 4 times during November through to December. So that's a sign that the banks are now starting to look at the cost of funds. So the interest rates on the fixed components are going up. There are still very competitive fixed rates out there, so please, it's not too late now to look at fixing your loans, whether they be owner-occupied or investment. The variable rate's the big question, and the commentary in the marketplace is what's the Reserve Bank going to do? Throughout 2021, their commentary was that they would probably leave the current cash rate where it is till at least next year, early next year, if not late this year. The commentary appears to have changed a little bit, and it'll be interesting to see when the next RBA meeting is what their commentary comes out and whether they actually move the cash rate sooner rather than later. We have had low rates for the last 2 or 3 years, and that's one of the reasons why the property market has climbed as it has. So the challenge for your management of your loans will be just keep an eye on those rates. Please, if you haven't reviewed your loan in the last 2 to 3 years, call me and or send me an email. The details will be in the email that I'm sending out with this video. It will be time to have a look at your loans and maybe lock them away in a fixed rate before the variable rate starts to move. Personally, I think if the rates do move in the near future, they'll only move maybe 50 base points. There's a feeling that they will go up at least 1%, but I think that will be stretched over 2022 into 2023. So the pain won't be felt all of a sudden in one hit of 2 or 3 months. I think it'll be stretched over 12 months. So please, with the rising interest rates on the fixed market and an indication that variable rates will move, no doubt they will go up. They can't stay as low as they are. So they will go up at some stage, more than likely over the next 12 months. So that's the challenges, dealing with COVID, and we all dealing with that in our own way, and also looking at your current interest rates and your current loans. But the market also presents opportunities, certainly in the property market. Now, we saw that the property growth, was out of this world over the last 12 months, and some suburbs in New South Wales and Melbourne reporting growth of anywhere between 40 and in fact 50%. I know my own suburb where I live had gone up 48% last year. Unheard of, that sort of growth, and it can't be sustained. So I would suggest that as the rates start to go back up, the property market will start to slow up, and those increases of last year, unbelievable increases of last year, will start to cease. There was some signs in December of that happening, but I think we really need to wait to probably February and have a look at what the January market was, keeping in mind January was the holiday period, so there may be very little movement in the trend, but I would expect that the property market would start to peter out over 2022. I've got a lot of clients at the moment who are looking to buy. In fact, I've got quite a few clients who are in the sell and buy stage, selling a home, upgrading, downsizing, or in fact also buying an investment property, which I'll talk about that in a minute. So the actual opportunity that the property market will bring this year is that there will be a cooling in the pricing. I think there'll be more, that'll be driven by the rates maybe going up. And I think there'll be more properties out there on the market this year than there was last year as we come out of that COVID tunnel in lockdowns that we had last year. So more properties on the market, that would probably will lead to a cooling of the marketing and maybe a little bit more affordability. So if you are thinking of looking at a property or basically an owner-occupied or investment, 2022 is going to be a lot more kind to you, I think, than last year. On the investment side, that's the other opportunity that I think is a really, that's slowly growing momentum out there. The investor market was quiet in the last couple of years for obvious reasons, but I think the investors are now returning to the market. I'm only going to touch on it in this video. My next video, I'm going to devote that totally to investing. So if you are someone who's currently well positioned with equity in your owner-occupied home, your income's good and you're perhaps looking to maybe move into that investment market, or in fact you're already in the investment market and you want to buy a second, third property, then I think 2022 will present some really good product and some really good property out there for you to be able to do that. I can assist you with the borrowing capacity. I can assist you with a resource for financial planning if in fact you're looking to grow your investment portfolio. But I'll go into that in more detail in my next video. I do try to keep these videos to 2 or 3 minutes because they're not meant to be long-winded. They're meant to be short, sharp, and just interact with you and give you some updates. So just recapping, yes, we have challenges that currently present themselves, but we also have opportunity. So the one thing I do urge you with your current home loans, if you have not looked at your interest rate or your loan statement in the last 2 years, please do so. If you have a 3 in front of your variable rate, you need to review that. And also you need to look at your own personal situation and see if you can reduce your exposure with your home loan repayments. One last comment I do want to make, just going back to COVID-19, if you are having some stress with your home loans as a result of lack of employment, because of the fallout of COVID-19, please contact your lender. They all have helplines to assist you with getting through these challenging periods and helping you meet those budgetary requirements. In most cases, the lenders will suspend your repayments for a period of time, but as I said, I urge you to contact them and make that call if you need that support. So once again, Happy New Year for 2022. I hope 2022 is a really positive year for you. Let's make it a positive one and work together. Thank you.